Here we are in Chapter 3, review exercises 8 through 13. We're multiplying fractions and we're in unit conversion. So let's multiply, see if anything cancels. The feet cancel, the yards cancel, and so we're going to be left with inches per mile. Oh, that's going to be a big number, and we just take 12 times 3 times 1760. So we end up with, well, and that'll be, let me see, let's put the things up here, inches per mile. So 12 times 3, we know that one is 36. And we have to times that by 1760. Whew, okay, let's do it. 6 times 0 is 0. 6 times 6 is 36. Carry the 3. 6 times 7 is 42 plus 3 is a 45. Carry the 4. 6 times 1 is 6 plus 4 is 10. So now 0. And then second row, 3 times 0 is 0. 3 times 6 is 18. Carry the 1. 3 times 7 is 21. 2. Carry the 2. And 3 times 1 is 3 plus 2 is a 5. Oh, running out of room over there. 0, 6, 13. Carry the 1 is a 3 and a 6. So we get 63360 inches per mile. Good. Number 9, 2.3 pounds times 16 ounces per pound. Yep, pounds cancel. And we're just going to take 16 times 2.3. 3 times 6 is 48. 3 times 6 is 18. Carry the 1. 3 times 1 is 3, plus 1 is 4. Put a 0 down there for that next column over. 2 times 6 is 12. Carry the 1. And 2 times 1 is 2, plus 1 is 3. So we get an 8 and a 6 and a 3. So we get, with one decimal place, one digit behind the decimal place, so that's 36.8. 36.8 ounces. Good deal. Number 10. 6 pints times 1 gallon per 8 pints. Those will cancel right there. And the gallons are right there. And $3.25 per gallon. I don't know what's being bought. Okay, so we have 6 times 3.25 divided by 8. If you can see this, we're going to cancel and divide by a 2, divide by a 2. That'll make the numbers a little bit smaller. So we're going to take 3 times 3.25 and then divide it all by 4, and we're going to end up with some money here. So 3 times 3.25, let's do that. 3.25, and we're going to times it by 3. 3 times 5 is 5. Carry the 1, 15. 3 times 2 is 6, plus 1 is a 7. And 3 times 3 is 9. Decimal place right there. So now we're going to take 9.75 divided by 4. 9.75 divided by 4. So 4 goes into 9 twice. 2 times 4 is 8. Subtract, we get 1. Drop down the 7. 4 into 17 is 4. Put that decimal place where it goes. That's 16. Subtract, we get a 1. That's a 5. 4 goes into 15 3 times. 3 times 4 is 12. Subtract, and we get a 3. Might need a little bit more. 0. Put the 0 down there. 4 goes into 37 times. That gives us enough to say, oh, if we're going to round to the nearest hundredth, that is $2.44 because it's 2.43. And then that 0.7 cents on the end, we're going to round to the nearest penny. Okay, number 11. So it says if my sprinkler sends out 6 gallons per minute and water costs 70 cents, that's $0.7 per 1,000 gallons. How much does watering my lawn cost per hour? So we're going to times by some stuff and we're going to get cost per hour. Now we notice here that gallons are already going to cancel. That's good. So, and dollars are on top. That's good. We don't have to flip any of these over. Now we have to times by how many minutes per hour. Oh, that's just one thing. We have 60 minutes. That'll cancel with that per hour, and it puts hours on the bottom. Good. 60 minutes per hour. So 6 times 0.7 times 60 divided by 1,000. We can cancel one of those zeros with one of those zeros. That's nice. And then we'll be dividing by 100 at the end. That'll be nice and easy to do. So 6 times 0.7 times 6. Well, I can do 6 times 6 is 36. That's nice. And then times by 0.7. 7 times 6 is 42. Carry the 4. 7 times 3 is 21. Plus 4 is 25. So we got 25.2. And then we're going to divide by 100. Well, that's just going to move the decimal place 2 places. So the answer is going to be 0.252. And it's in dollars, so we're going to round to the nearest penny. That 2 rounds down, so it's 0.25. $0.25 per hour. There we go. Number 12. Orange juice weighs 2 pounds per quart. I'm going to put that up there, 2 pounds per quart. How many ounces are there per gallon? So if they're 2 pounds per quart, we got to times it by something, and we got to make it equal ounces per gallon. So the first thing we look at, we've got to change pounds into ounces. So we could write 16 ounces per pound or 1 pound per 16 ounces. Well, we want ounces on top, so we've got, and we want pounds on the bottom. So 16 ounces for 1 pound. Good. That'll get rid of the pounds. Now we've got to change quarts into gallons. 4 quarts is 1 gallon, so we're going to times by something that cancels with the quarts and puts gallons on the bottom. So how many quarts per gallon? 4 quarts per 1 gallon. And that'll get rid of quarts. It's almost like you construct this to get the answer you want there. So we get 2 times 16 times 4. We can do 2 times 4 in our head. That's 8. So we got to do 16 times 8. 8 times 6 is 48. Carry the 4. 8 times 1 is 8. Plus 4 is 12. That's 128 ounces per gallon of orange juice. Right on. Okay, the last one here. Number 13. I just bought 12 yards of rope for $5. So that's 12 yards per $5. And we're trying to times it by something to get how many inches per dollar. Inches per dollar. So we've got to change yards into inches. Looks like we're going to need a couple of them. Hold on. Let's give us a little more space here. Equals, there we go. And we've got to get how many inches per dollar. That's inches per dollar. Okay, so we've got to change yards into inches. Now here we can change yards into feet. So let's do that one first. So if we have yards into feet, and then we can change feet into inches. Okay, let's put those up. See how I've marked it? So yards will cancel and feet will cancel, and then we'll get inches per dollar. Okay, so 3 feet is 1 yard and 12 inches per 1 foot. There we go. 12 times 3 times 12, and then we're going to divide by 5. That's our plan there. And we'll get dollars per inch. Okay, 12 times 3 is 36 times 12. All right, let's do it. 36 times 12. 2 times 6 is 12. Carry the 1. 2 times 3 is 6. Plus 1 is 7. Then 0 there. 1 times 6 is 6. 1 times 3 is 3. 7 plus 6 is 13. 432. So we have 432 inches for $5. So now we need to do this division to get the final answer. 432 divided by 5. 5 goes into 43 8 times. 8 times 5 is 40. Subtract and we get 3. Carry down the 2. 5 into 32 is a 6. 6 times 5 is 30. Oh, we have a remainder of a 2. Better put it at least a couple of decimals. Drop down a 0. 5 goes into 20. Put the decimal there. 4 times 5 is a 20. We get 0. 86.4. So 86.4 inches per dollar. Cool, $1 bought like over 7 feet of that rope. Cool.